on short court number 1. Big point here. 2-3 Edberg serving. Break point for Fleurian. Oh yes, struck with great pace. That return of serve from the Frenchman, forcing the error from the Edberg forehand volley. And as Brian and I discussed earlier, this man is going to give Edberg a lot of problems. Okay, after that wonderful 5-set win that Edberg had in round 1. Andrea, it has to have a toll on the Swede. He won in 5 sets yesterday. Long 5-set match, and to come out today again and play a man of Fleurian's caliber, not easy.
Definitely is a difficult task, especially since this is Stefan Edberg's last Australian Open, so he knows the end is coming near. He even said in one of his press conferences that it would be nice to wake up and not have to go practice or not have to go training. And so when you have 1 year left to do it, especially here in Australia with the hot sun and 3 out of 5.
Oh, he had it. Hit it a little casually, perhaps a little cautious there on that volley.
15 all.
And I'm not so sure, Andrea, on a warm day like this, whether it's a good idea for Edberg to wear a collarless shirt. Keeps, we've seen Michael Chang wear a handkerchief around his neck, keep him a little cool. Mr. Forehand.
30-15.
Edberg not starting as sharp as he would want to.
Big forehand from the Frenchman.
40-15.
And Edberg really feeling the pace of the Fleurian ground stroke. Chance for the Frenchman to go up 5-2 in this opening set. Edberg was on the same court yesterday against Novak, whom he beat in 5 sets. Smart shot.
Very quick hands at the net from Stefan Edberg. There he is. Feet always moving, staying in front. That ball almost caught him off guard. He was protecting himself. And you can hear the Swedish crowds.
Well, the passing shot catching the tape. At the National Tennis Centre in Melbourne. This man, Stefan Edberg, a former champion, serving to stay in the first set. Good lob from Fleurian, the Frenchman.
Do you think Stefan Edberg has lost a step, or do you believe that just men's tennis has surpassed him in many ways?
Well, absolutely, Andrea. I think that Edberg's his serve itself, which used to be probably one of the best serves around in his best day, is looking pretty slow compared to the rest of the boys today. And really, taking nothing away from Edberg, but the game tends to get a little quicker and faster. And maybe perhaps Edberg has lost a quarter of a step or maybe half a step in getting around the court, which is quite normal. And makes a big difference in the final result. And of course, the toughest thing, of course, is the recovery after a 5-set match the day before. Good backhand. Watching the error from Fleurian. As we see the Swedish crowd there right on top. In the yellow jerseys, the face is painted. Yellow and blue, the Swedish colors. They seem to come down every year. I think they really come down just to see Brian Langley. And you were supposed to get your face painted with Indian colors. What happened to that?
How do you know I didn't?
I didn't see it. We would have had you on camera immediately.
You were watching the wrong court.
Well, if you had Indian colors on, believe me.
What a return.
40-30.
Rebound ace, not as well suited to Stefan Edberg's game as grass courts over at Wimbledon.
Great volley. Well, this man is a master of the volley, especially the backhand volley. It would be wise to see how beautifully it comes forward to catch the backhand volley early and out in front. Edberg gets to the net. Well, now is the Frenchman going to be able to close out the first set. 5-3.
Nothing Stefan Edberg could do on that ball.
15 love.
The backhand jumped up at Edberg's backhand. Didn't have time to recover and get back over. So unlike his other match where he went up 2-0 and lost the third and fourth and won it in the fifth, he's in trouble here right away.
Great approach shot.
Stefan Edberg really having to work hard just to get a point.
15 off.
And it's looking like that 5-set match the other day had an effect on him. Doesn't have as much spring to his step today.
Well, what is that legal patch he has on his shirts there, Andrea? I really don't know. Maybe he's trying to be an attorney. I have no idea. Little long on that backhand. And little glimmer of hope here for Edberg to break the Fleurian serve. 15-30. Well, he tends to sweat a lot more than his opponent. Well played. The forehand, the first one did the damage.
30 off.
Open stance forehand Very rarely do you see the traditional ground strokes where a player puts one foot in front of the other, smooth swing. Now a lot of power generated from the upper body and the rackets.
Went for a little too much with the backhand down the line there, Fleurian.
30-40.
Edberg here now with a real chance to break the Frenchman's serve. Break point for Edberg. It's long. Edberg has the break. And the Swedish crowd going wild as Edberg gets right back into this first set.
First serve right at the body of the Frenchman.
Well, we're back on serve here. Stefan Edberg. (15-all), 4-5.
15-30.
Another chance for Fleurian. He's missed it. Tremendous pick up there from the Edberg backhand volley. Great control.
30-all.
And really made to struggle hard on his serve. Oh, that's long.
30-40.
The forehand of Edberg. Yes, well, in a rush to get to the net. Crept over the baseline there, giving the Frenchman set point.
That person's hands are going to get sore.
I was going to say, that's another Swede, of course. Well played. Smart shot from Fleurian. And two cracks at the backhand. And that's the situation. After Fleurian won the first set 6-4, Stefan Edberg, wonderful recovery in the second, wins the second 6-2. 1 game all in the third set on serve. Been on court for an hour and 13 minutes.
Last 15. Last 14.
French player in a bit of a bother now. Started off so strong in the first set. Went 6 games to 4, but Stefan Edberg can never count him out. Won a 5-set match the other day.
Edberg with a chance here, love 30. Well played. Well, the setup there, and then into the open court.
Terrific court coverage from Stefan Edberg. Here, Fleurian, he commits himself. He knows he's going to take this on the fly, leaves the whole court open. Had to hit that volley for a winner. 2 break points, 3 break points.
Okay, Edberg.
Well, the break of serve, Stefan Edberg,
28-1.
and the crowd well behind him.
Brian Langley now taking over from Vijay Amritraj, continuing with Andrea Jaeger. Who knows where Vijay's going, apart from to cause trouble. Stefan Edberg, a lot of supporters out there actually for him and for Jonas Bjorkman, who's playing a little bit later. The Swedish contingent here divided between the two of them.
Stefan Edberg adjusts to that high lob. Michael Chang also had a huge Asian contingent out there cheering for him. That's what's so terrific about the Australian Open. You see so many nationalities being represented. A lot of people supporting their favorite player.
We've got the Mats Wilander company that's doing those nationality caps, and we've got face painting in all sorts of nationalities. I mean, it's something that they're trying to encourage because it does add just a little bit of extra dimension.
Definitely. Adds a lot of color. Stefan Edberg, we've seen him hit so many aces over his career, and he has the ability to go out wide and down the middle. One of the experts on his serve, but tosses the ball so far behind him that I'm sure his back is going to be quite relieved when he's done with this year of competitive tennis. He does it, he holds serve. Stefan Edberg, 3 games to 1, sustains the break. Good positioning. He hit the volley in the air, but manages to get the good angle on it.
great reach.
What a get from Stefan Edberg.
Well, it's your ability to do that time after time after time, which really puts you in the position that Stefan Edberg has got himself in here. Very slow start against Jean-Philippe Fleurian, but starting to come back. The doubts about his fitness. He looked absolutely spent in his match yesterday against Novak. Was he going to be able to come back? He's actually older than his opponent here, so he ought to be able to. Stefan born in January 1966, and Jean-Philippe Fleurian 4 months older.
It's just amazing how fluid Stefan Edberg is on the court. I mean, you couldn't teach somebody that. You really couldn't teach someone that kind of movement. Just natural ability. And Fleurian goes right for Edberg's head. All Stefan Edberg has to do is move out of the way. Ball lands long.
Well, Stefan worked so long and so successfully with Tony Pickard, the coach, who was more, I thought he was more of a sort of a movement person. You know, he used to be an athletics coach. Initially, it was fitness, movement, balance, rather than just sort of tennis technique. Great forehand cross court. Never been one of Stefan Edberg's strongest flanks, the forehand side, but certainly showing no fear with that one. Always thought he had the most elegant backhand. You know, the rare single-handed backhand, Stefan Edberg.
His forehand was definitely the one that would get more tentative as the match progressed or as the match got tight. And you see that often with a lot of one-handers. Their backhand is their more fluid stroke, the one that handles the pressure better.
Oh, he's pushed it long. Well, a mistake by the Frenchman at the net. Stefan Edberg looking pretty comfortable here in this third set. He's leading 4-1. It's a set apiece.
You're watching Stefan Edberg on Prime Sport. Yeah!
I wonder if they had cue cards.
They had a little bit of help.
It was you, Brian, wasn't it?
Actually, they're such a happy bunch. And it's not just because they've had 1 or 2 beers during the course of the day, although they may well have done.
Hits that return well inside the baseline. And hard thing to do to get Stefan Edberg's serve on the rise, because he does have that kick. One set all. Stefan Edberg up 4-1 in the third set, but having troubles on his serve.
Pretty quick reactions by Edberg. Not quite quick enough. Fleurian getting straight back into this. Swedes trying to gee up Stefan Edberg, whose service is no longer the weapon it was, and Fleurian got after it.
Well, I suppose if you're going to get broken, you might as well get broken at love. But Stefan Edberg still up a break. It's only 4-2, but that was such a dominant break. A few return winners. So Edberg's got to do something else on his serve.
15 love.
Was that just a question of the ball spinning or him not controlling it?
Yeah, he rushed through the shot. He was so eager to get to net. He knew he had a chance. Got too excited, took his eye off the ball.
30 love.
Double fault for Fleurian, his second of the match. Edberg has actually served 5.
Pulls it wide. Forehand ground stroke is so tempting to open up. Try to get a lot of power from your shoulder area. The men have a lot of strength there, so often you see them doing that. Andre Agassi, Jim Courier, Pete Sampras, one of the few to stay more turned.
Tough shot for him to get. Ball dipping down, and he was forced to take it really low.
Fleurian did not have enough time to decide whether he should let it go. He committed to coming into net. Thought his best opportunity would be hitting it on the fly.
So a break point for Stefan Edberg, 30-40. Well, in his anxiety to get after the serve, pushed it long, and you can see there that he realized he had a great opportunity. That's only one gone, of course. It's deuce now.
A lot more errors creeping into Edberg's game. It's the toughest part about playing 3 out of 5 sets. You have to concentrate over